What is up everybody, Gifford here and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to go over a full portfolio review. I'm going to show you all my holdings across my entire range of portfolios. I have quite a few of them, only 2 or 3 main ones. And also a little bit different, what I'm going to do is show my Kiwisaver as well and then add it all together. So that's what you see in the thumbnail. So with that said, help me out, hit like on the video because that's how I get paid, with free likes, and also subscribe if you're interested in investing topics like this one. So the agenda is just a full breakdown, and then we go into the interactive brokers positions, Sharesies, my hatch and my stake portfolio, and then I also have InvestNow and crypto. And then near the end we have the Juno, Kiwisaver and a summary. So the full breakdown we can see right up here, it's in New Zealand dollars because I'm from New Zealand. So Interactive Brokers has $35,900, Sharesies has about $2,000 in it currently, the Hatch account only has $1,300, and my stake and also crypto, I put them together and that's only worth about $500. And then the last is my InvestNow, which is $1,300. InvestNow is sort of my index funds that I was doing beforehand, probably about 2 years ago when I first started, but I've now heavily into options trading and also investing in individual stocks. And that brings a total of 41,000. Just remember that the totals do change a bit from day to day, but that's the screenshot that I have today. And down below is just a simple pie graph because I like to see where my majority of my holdings are, and as you can see 88% of that is in Interactive Brokers, which is all about options, and I have videos on that if you've been to my channel before. So going straight to my main account, we have Interactive Brokers. Now I use this for options and buy and hold strategy, and if we go over here, this is the total amount. Now remember, this is in US dollars, so it's 22,500 US dollars, and a lot of my positions over here is Tesla is $2,661, and Sava stock is 4,462. Now I have the breakdown here, but remembering I do have some long stock and the rest is for options trading. Like Sava stock, you can see it's about $4,400 worth, and I've got 255 shares, but here I use that to sell call options if I've got those shares, or if I don't have any of those shares, I then do put options. If you want to know what I'm talking about with the options, if you have a look at my options playlist, I share it all there with you, but otherwise let's just keep going. With Tesla stock, I've got 3 there, and I bought them for an average of $660, and it's currently $887, so that's a good gain for the moment. I'll also talk about Tesla later on because my strategy might change with the current stock split. I also have 10 shares of Google with their new price, and my average is $109 and it's currently $118, so just a little bit above that. And then I've got my Interactive Brokers. These are just the free shares that I got when I joined up with them and used someone's referral code. Quick plug, I've got a referral code, so feel free to use mine, and if you do use mine, you can then contact me via Instagram or just send me an email and I can help you along with that. And then at the very end, I've just got 50 shares of AMC. This is a bit of a gamble play, so I'm not too sure how long I will hold these. And another long hold for me is Palantir. I've got 30 shares of those and they're currently down at the moment. I will add to them once the price goes back down again, but at the moment it's gone quite a bit up. And over here in the cash balances, we can see that I have 8,000 New Zealand cash, and then in USD cash I have 7,000, and that brings up to a total of $12.2 thousand. However, I've roughly got about 15,000 US dollars for options normally in this account. Right, moving on, the second biggest holding I have is Sharesies, and we can see here that I've got a simple return at the moment of 10%. Now this includes stocks that I've sold before, but I'll go into the app and show you my position soon. You can see here just a bit of a summary. So I've put in $1,964 and the whole portfolio itself is worth $2,052. And down here at the bottom, I've got $455 in my wallet to spend. So we're in Sharesies now, and if you go to settings and go to portfolio, you can toggle this on and off, and this will include your sold investments. So I do buy and sell in here, so I like to have this on to show my portfolio, but let's just turn this off and I can just show you quickly. And we're currently up as well. So you can see previously I've done some sales from the chart, but we're currently up by 4% if we don't include this profits. But let's turn this back on now because I always like to have that on, and we can see it's back up to 10%. So in Sharesies, it's nice to have this. Now you might see that previously I was mainly in companies, but I am starting now to go into ETFs while we're in this bear market for a bit of safety. And in my Sharesies Sharesies, of course, I like to try different strategies, but there's certain things that I am buying and trying to learn from, as well as showing you guys on my YouTube channel. So let's just click the companies that I currently own, and we can see here I've got Alibaba, that's currently down by 20%. We've got Alphabet, so I got a little bit of Google in here as well, and that's only up by about 6.6%. We've got AMC stock, and I've got quite a lot of money in AMC. That's because I was going for the big squeeze in it, which hasn't really happened. I still don't know if it's happening, but I do have a sell order in there because I'm kind of starting to get a little bit sick of it, and I want to have a little bit of safety. And if you're wondering what this $1 is, this is an Apple. I've just put this here just to actually track the stock and to see what it is, because Apple has a good stock to own. The same with Berkshire Hathaway. I just put $1 in here just to track it as well. These are two very good stocks, but I don't know if I want to put money into them yet. The next one is Binance, and that's heavily down by 43%, so that's a bit of a gamble that did not pay off. And down here I want to buy some Kiwisaver Sciences in my Sharesies one. You would have seen that I do have some shares in that in my interactive brokers, so I just want to get some exposure. I've also started looking at Facebook or Meta platforms, and I've only got $11 in there, so not much, so really just tracking it. Next one here is just a small amount in Nvidia. I also like Nvidia as a semiconductor play, but I'm still unsure about that one. That's why it's just got only a small amount. So the other semiconductor I really like and want to buy is On Semiconductor. That's only got $33 in it, and it's currently up by 37%. Now I want to put way more money into this, but it's just so overvalued and high currently that I'm just waiting for it to go down, but it never comes down. So maybe when the bear market kicks off again and we drive further down, I will end up buying this and probably making this one of the bigger holdings here. And of course we've got a small amount of Tesla that I had here, which is currently up by 59%. Now remembering I did have some profits from this, so it's probably some residual profits from that trade, but I will put more money into this once Tesla comes back down again. So this company here is a REIT, which is a real estate company, and they own some very popular hotels in Las Vegas. So this is another good play. It's currently up by 18.9%, and I've only got $11 in it, so very small margin, but I want to put more money into this as soon as it starts coming down. Actually, when it gets to 10%, I might actually just put money in this and just jump into it. And here we have Walt Disney, is a really good company that's currently down by 11%, and I might start buying some of this soon again because the price is looking pretty good, but I'd like to see it go down some more. I know they've got some troubles, and we'll see how the earnings go to see if they dip down, and I might pick up some more shares of those. So moving on to ETFs, and this is what I'm doing for protection. Obviously not this one here, the ARK fund, that's been devastated actually. We'll just click into that, and if we go through the last 5 years, you can see that I've actually been buying near the top, and then as it was going down I actually started selling a little bit because I didn't really have much conviction in the stock, but I knew it was going to fall down a lot harder. So I've probably started buying around here again and just probably have left it, and I'm just going to leave what I've got in there. So the other ETFs that I'm really interested in is I'm starting to build a position in this Global X S&P 500 covered call ETF. So this ETF is an options play, and it aims to return about 10%, and so I'm really getting that for stability because we are in a bear market which is minus 20% currently. So if we go down any further when this recovers, I'm going to get all those gains back. And another one that I'm in is JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF. So this pays a really good dividend, and that's why I've started actually getting it. I'm not much of a dividend investor, but I wanted to get into that so then I can get some income, tiny bit of income from dividends. And then next we have the VT, the Total World Vanguard, which is the beast of all ETFs. This is probably the safest one I would recommend if you're new to investing, and I'll do a whole video just on this ETF for beginners because this is the way to go if you're looking for sensible, safe investing, weekly dollar cost averaging into this. So at the moment I've only got 1.2 shares in it, and it's currently up by 4.8%. But these ones here, apart from that, these three here aren't really going to move that much anyway because they're ETFs and they're large funds. Moving on is my hatch portfolio, and you can see that I've only got $871 US in here, and you can see the historical gains in there of $14.8 thousand before, but I've taken that money out and put it into interactive brokers. And that amount of money, if you haven't guessed yet, is just one share of Tesla. So my hatch account hasn't been really used recently as I explore more of options. So the next one is stake and crypto. I've just put these two together because they are relatively small holdings. $48 worth of shares, and that's just 4 shares of Palantir at a horrific loss of 34%, minus 34%, and ABEV, which is currently up by 3%. And we see here that this is $90 because I've got some buying power in here. I'll probably buy some Palantir to average down on that. And over in crypto, I'm not a very big crypto person, still not sure if I believe in it, but it is down at the moment quite a bit, so I may end up buying some crypto later on when I have some money, but right now it's only got $256 US. And in this account, I didn't bother screenshotting it, but I've only got some BTC, some SHIB, there's also some Polkadot in there, but as I say, I'm not really a big crypto person. So this next one is my InvestNow account, and this was really a platform where you do index funds and mutual funds, so not individual stocks. And this is a really good platform when you're starting out because they offer some Kiwisaver as well. But this one here I've had for 2 years and I haven't really put too much money into it. So what I've got, the current value of it is $1,383. This is all New Zealand, by the way. The ETF is 81, and you can see that I've got 18% in cash. And the fund that I'm investing in is just the Smart Shares USF 500. So Smart Shares is pretty good because it takes care of all your New Zealand tax, all incorporated in these Smart Shares. So it does all that for you. And we can see here that the unit price for it is $12 and how many I've got, the value and the quantity that I have. And we can see that I have some cash here of 250. The minimum transaction is 250 New Zealand dollars. It's quite a lot for someone starting, but it's one of those things where you kind of save up the money, you then put $250 in this platform, and then you go to invest it. So investing periodic times or when you have $250. And because this is a ETF, essentially it doesn't drop, or the volatility isn't quite a lot like individual companies. And remembering ETFs, basically if you invest in them over the long term, they eventually all go up. And here's just a simple return since its inception that I've actually gained 11.69%, which is equivalent of $155. So a news clipping here titled Tesla sets August 25th as trading day for the 3-for-1 stock split shares. And I've included this here because this may change significantly the way I do my options trading, because if Tesla is a lot cheaper, I may try to do options in Tesla. I'm just not sure yet, so I'll see how it goes. Because remembering, if you want to do options, you have to buy 100 shares of Tesla, and if they're currently at what, $850, divide that by 3, then the options are going to be a lot cheaper, and that brings with it a lot of risk because I'm now going to be focusing a lot on Tesla for my holdings if I do get assigned those shares. But anyway, we'll see what happens with Tesla at the end of this month to see where it goes. So the last portfolio I want to show you is my Kiwisaver. I haven't included this before in my portfolios, but I thought I might as well because I show it anyway. So this one here, I'm in the Juno Kiwisaver, and as you can see, the last 6 months it hasn't been going that great. It's at minus 14.2%, but that's okay because there has been a downturn, so it's kind of expected. And its current value is $48,560, and we can see that it has slowly started going down. So I was at about $57,000 if we roll this back a year, but this is just a screenshot. So the grand total, if we include my other stock market portfolios plus you add this Juno Kiwisaver, it will bring you to $89,500. And just to note, the Kiwisaver fund was actually how I started getting into this stock market, because I didn't really understand it and I was very curious at what I was putting my money into Kiwisaver. And because Kiwisaver is sort of set and forget and is real easy, it was hard to understand how shares work, and then eventually that's why I bought individual stocks so I could learn the stock market myself. But this is a very good place to start, and I highly recommend, if you don't have yet, you should get Kiwisaver if you are in New Zealand and start putting money into that, because the rate of return is very good. So just in the summary here, we can see that I've got 15,000 New Zealand dollars in case to invest if it does drop down. And in my options portfolio, I'm trying to get about $100 to $250 a week depending on the risks. If the market becomes quite volatile to get that passive income, then I'm not going to really gamble too much, and sometimes I might only get $50, but that's okay. I got to be careful of these market conditions because we don't really know what's happening. The trading platform I use is Interactive Brokers, Hatch Invest, Stake and Sharesies for individual companies, and I use InvestNow for index funds. If you want to start investing, you can use any of my referral codes down below to start your own investing journey if you are from New Zealand. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hit like on the video to help me out. And if you're interested in investing, feel free to subscribe. If you want to hear from me midweek, feel free to follow me on Instagram. I post my stories there every other day on current events and the stock market. If you want more information on Kiwisaver, it'll come up here at the end screen. Otherwise, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.